constitutional questions that the appeal would have presented, we vacate the district court's judgment. What this court is saying, we may well have ruled on the unconstitutional activities of this committee, given how it was created. You got that? The court also took issue with the House Democrat committee for playing essentially a game of hurry up and then wait. Said the committee has taken various positions on whether and when it needs the subpoenaed RNC documents, the judges noted, citing a history of urgent requests followed by delay and then eventually their own withdrawal of the subpoena. But the key paragraph is the earlier one. The RNC claimed that disclosure of these documents would reveal sensitive information about its digital strategy, so it sued to prevent disclosure, wrote the judges. The RNC argued that the committee was not lawfully constituted and the subpoena violated the First Amendment because the committee caused the mootness and thereby deprived us of the ability to review the district court's decision. And given the important and unsettled constitutional questions that the appeal would have presented, we vacate the district court's judgment. It didn't even have to vacate the district court's judgment. You see what I'm saying, Mr. Producer? It went out of its way to smack down the district court and to state the issues raised by the RNC were substantive and real. Now, why is that important? Because many litigants have raised these issues about this committee. And these lower court judges, many of whom have been appointed by Obama or Biden or Clinton, but some of whom have...
Time to serve it up. Welcome to Bulldog Volleyball on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP and online at ksvptv.com. Sports on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP and online at ksvptv.com are presented by PVT, Sandy Stockton, and State Farm of Artesia, Artesia Animal Clinic, Central Valley Electric, Devon Energy, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Hermosa Church of Christ, J.S. Warden Son, H.F. Sinclair, Smile Expressions, Forest Tire, Crouch Plumbing, Incredible Printing, Cisco Equipment, Bob Reed Pest Control, KFC of Artesia, Maze Lumber, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Big O Tires, Adobe Rose, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Tay Branch of Artesia, Rebel Daughters Barbecue, J&J Home Care, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Faith Baptist Church, Artesia Credit Union, Deans Incorporated, Frost Mortgage, H&R Block, Turpinning & Sons, Kane Electric Supply, Artesia Family Healthcare, Hawker & Sons, LaFonda Restaurant, Western Bank, Guy Chevy, Artesia Ford, Maupin & Brown, Artesia General Hospital, Business Notions, and First National Bank. Now, get set for volleyball action on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP and online at ksvptv.com.
Holy guacamole! The best guacamole in the Pecos Valley is at LaFonda Restaurant in Artesia. Holy guacamole! Everything is coming in fresh by the truckload. Avocados, green chilies, jalapenos, tomatoes, and onions. The makings of our signature salsa, golden fried chili rellenos, and of course our guacamole. Holy guacamole, what are you waiting for? LaFonda Restaurant, 210 West Main in Artesia, with plenty of parking off Highway 285. Holy guacamole!
When I was young, I thought I had forever to prepare for retirement. But as the years went by, retirement got closer and closer. Well, I wish I'd have started saving 10 years earlier.
How you spend your retirement depends on what you do now while you're still working. We've helped a lot of area seniors prepare for retirement. Stop in and see us about saving for yours. Western Bank of Artesia, we're big on you. Member FDIC.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
There really is no one quite like you, and no one quite like the ones you love. At Turpinning & Son Mortuary, they take pride in providing families with the best service possible. The phrase, "we make it personal," is not just a tagline. It's the way they conduct themselves every day as they honor the ones you love in their own unique and special way. located at 611 West Grand in Artesia. Visit artesiafunerals.com to learn more. Turpinning & Son Mortuary, proudly serving our community and your family since 1954.
Don't miss the fall sales event. 9 days only at Tape Branch of Artesia. September 22nd through October 1st. Hundreds of vehicles to choose from. Shop a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. Credit issues? We can help. Credit approval is our goal. Find zero down and drive it home today with no payments for 90 days. Watch your mailer and bring it in for more chances to win. Top dollar for your trade. So come and take advantage of this huge fall sales event happening now at Tape Branch of Artesia, 919 First Street.
There are things you can do to improve the value of your current home if you plan to sell, and a few things you probably shouldn't do. The folks at Lois Oliver Real Estate are experts in real estate in Artesia and can help you with some great advice. If you want to talk to a local expert about buying or selling a home in Artesia, visit with any of the agents at Lois Oliver Real Estate. We know Artesia, and we're ready to help you buy or sell or find local experts who can answer your questions. Lois Oliver Real Estate, we love it here. Find us at 210 South Roselawn or online at loisoliverrealestate.com.
The Eastern New Mexico State Fair, a celebration of 100 years, is happening October 3rd through the 8th, and we want to see your arts and crafts creations. Turn-in dates for arts and crafts entries will be September 23rd and 24th from 9 to 6, and the 25th from 1 to 6. Baking entries are due October 1st from 9 until noon. Flower Show A turn-in times will be October 2nd from 8:30 to 11:30, and Flower Show B turn-in times are October 6th from 8:30 to 11:30. Log on to enmsf.com to download this year's fair book or call 575-623-9411. Ad paid for by the City of Roswell Lodgers Tax.
Hello, this is Andrew Davidson, Market President for First National Bank Artesia, inviting you to come and bank with us. We offer a full range of financial products that create possibilities in the lives we touch, and in this community we're proud to serve. Our friendly staff understands the importance of every financial transaction, whether you want to open a checking account or a personal loan or finance your business or commercial property or want to apply for a home loan. We're here to help. First National Bank Artesia. We're big enough to serve, small enough to care, and proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs.
Call First National Bank in Artesia, 575-746-4794. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive. Since 2019, Spur Energy Partners has been committed to the markets we have operations, including right here in Artesia, New Mexico. We are proud of this community, and we work hard to be a good citizen and support our local economy, our local schools, and our local families. That's why Spur Energy Partners is excited about bringing the Artesia Bulldog broadcasts to you. Good luck, Bulldogs, and safe travels in the 2022 season. Play hard with Bulldog Pride from Spur Energy Partners.
Hello, Artesia Bulldog fans, and welcome to Artesia Lady Bulldog Volleyball as we are in Carlsbad at the Cave. And the Artesia Lady Bulldogs being introduced right now. The Carlsbad Cave girls will be introduced here in just a moment. But thanks for tuning in here. Joby Hodling, joined by my partner, Robbie Ballou. And Robbie, the girls are having a fantastic year.
They are. The Artesia Lady Bulldogs coming in tonight 7-1 on the year. We're far enough into the season now for rankings. And Artesia in 4A comes in ranked number 3 according to Max Preps, one I pulled up today. So they're ranked 3. If you want to wonder about our district, Goddard's ranked number 1 in the state right now. They are 5-1. Milwaukee Valley's number 2, Artesia 3, Silver City's 4, and Albuquerque Academy's 5. The other team in our district is Portales, and they're ranked 13th right now, but they're 4-3 on the year. So it's still early in the rankings. Then playing tonight, Carlsbad Cave girls. They are 5A classification, and they're having a good year, Joby. They're 4-8. I would say a good year. They're 4-8 on the year. Let me say that. But they come in ranked 22nd right now in 5A. But, man, watching them warm up and watching them play, they have a lot of athletes on this team.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. This was our first game of the season. The Artesia Lady Bulldogs hosted the Cave Girls, and we ended up, like I said, but you and I were talking about it with your daughter Hannah before we come on live here, and we beat them 3-0 in that matchup. But I remember, they're very athletic, and that first set was really tough. Artesia pulled it out, and then I don't know if they just kind of had a moment because we kind of pulled away and beat them the next two, not easily, but better than we did the first one. So, but my expectations is a really good matchup tonight.
Yeah, the Bulldogs did a good job in that game of the second and third set, getting them out of some of their serves were so good. The Bulldogs were. Carlsbad had a hard time getting in the system, so they beat them pretty easily the second, third set, like you said. We'll see if the pass, I'm sure they worked on it, right? They're 12 games into the season, so their passing and their serve receive has probably gotten better, so we'll see tonight.
And all of our stuff, we don't have 12 games like they do, but we've got 8, and all of our stuff should have been better too. You probably mentioned it, but our one loss, I wanted to talk about it just briefly, maybe a little more than you did, but we lost to Oregon Mountain in the, to Mayfield, to Mayfield in the Zia Classic, and they're actually 5A in volleyball. So they're in football, I always think, well, they're in our division, but they're not in every sport except for football. They're 5A in all sports. So Mayfield actually a bigger classification than us. And it shocked me a little bit, but, just because I guess I have my expectations are so high for our girls and they're so good. But losing one every once in a while certainly doesn't hurt teams. It's one of those things that probably helps them to kind of stay in check. And, okay, we just can't roll in here,
At the end of the season, that loss that loss doesn't matter, really.
Right.
But like you said, a loss 6, 7, 8 games in, sometimes it's a better thing for you to refocus and say, let's go again, because they'd won everything up to that point. And after that, beat Oregon Mountain.
And I think that, which is also 5A, and I think, if I'm remembering correctly, Goddard actually won the Zia Classic and beat Mayfield that afternoon game. So that's maybe one of the, I think in the coaches poll, the most recent coaches poll I've seen, Artesia is ranked number 1, and Goddard was maybe number 2 or 3, but in the max preps, as you already pointed out, we're ranked 3rd. So, and that may be part of it because max preps really plays into the schedule and what happens. So I believe they beat Mayfield and won that Zia Classic, did Goddard.
All right, the girls are on the court for the Lady Cave girls. Starting tonight is number 3, Gracie Eccles. Number 9, Brinley Daughtry. Fuentes at libero. Looks like Oliver will be the setter. I'm trying to get their numbers here. Number 8, that's Sowers out on the court also for the Lady Cave girls. And then also, and number 11, younger, for the Bulldogs, Elena Harvey, Destiny Johnson, Kimber Beltran, Coda Beltran, Morrison, and Argo will serve for the Bulldogs. Here we go. Argo with the serve. Fuentes, pass to Oliver. Back set to Sowers, which is dug by the Bulldogs. Argo with the big swing, hits it in the net.
Behind that 10-foot line and just got on top of it, I would say too early because it goes straight into the net. Good swing at it. But
you're going to stand up this whole time?
I was thinking about it.
Sowers with the serve, right to Coda. Going to be chased down by Argo. Free ball for Carlsbad. Oh, she wasn't able to get it over.
Yeah, Kimber tried to just get that over and had to go sideways with it because of where having to chase it like they did, didn't make it over the net.
Carlsbad leads 2-0. Sowers again serves, and that's going to float out on her. Point Bulldogs.
Good job there. Coda Beltran looked at it, got out of the way.
So sometimes I like sitting behind the court like we are this time.
I like it.
We can see the serves move.
Yeah.
Elena Harvey with the serve. That'll be taken by Eccles to Oliver. Quick set in the middle. Younger. Nice kill by Younger.
Yeah, we had a shot at it. Just went off sideways off the Bulldog player.
3-1. K-Girls lead first set. Good crowd here tonight for both teams. I was going to say something else and I didn't. Younger with the serve. Coda. Nice pass to Kimber. Cross-court set to Harrison. Tip shot by her, dug by Oliver. And they will set up Eccles, and she hits it out.
And, I seem to recall that was one of Carlsbad's things they were fighting in that first game of the season. They would get big swings. They got big athletic girls. They were just hitting them out.
Yep. 3-2, Cape Girls lead. That served by Johnson is going to be taken over by Eccles. A nice shot by Eccles from behind the 10-foot line.
Yeah, that time she didn't hit it out. She got on top of it. She's one of the tall girls, I think well over 6 foot. Did they have her listed, or do they have a list for her? Her height? She looks over 6 foot to me, so 6 foot is what they show. And I just missed who came in. I'm sorry. Let's see. For the Bulldogs, I think Harvey came in.
Rodriguez will serve. That'll be taken by Coda. Nice pass to Kimber. Cross court set to Morrison. Blocked at the net by the Cave Girls. And they shoot the back corner. Coda chases it down, but Brianne Harvey can't get it. Point Cave Girls.
You know, that was a good block there and getting it back across, because that was a big swing. Good job by Carlsbad's front line.
5-2, Carlsbad leads. Rodriguez again with the serve to Coda. Kimber right at the net. Tips it over, and a point for the Bulldogs.
Well, that's just reading the court. She saw that they were getting ready to go up for the block, and she just tipped it right behind Sowers. Sowers almost, to her credit, got a hand on it, but it's just too much behind her.
3-5, Bulldogs trail. Kimber with the serve. That'll be taken by Sowers, chased down by Rodriguez, and that's going to be a point for the Bulldogs. They can't get it over.
Kind of ran into each other down there. I think there was a little bit of confusion on who was going to get it till the last second.
And Rodriguez looked at her coach and held out her hands like, what?
Yeah.
4-5, Kimber with the serve. Sowers goes off of her backwards. Going to have a hard time getting that over. And
wow. Just hits the net, and we had somebody there, but it surprised her. I think she thought it was in the net for sure.
Carmen Harvey was there. Carlsbad leads 6-4. Eccles with the serve. Taken by Argo. Quick set in the middle to Harrison, and she puts it down.
I'm telling you right there, when we do that right there, that's hard to stop. Harrison gets on top of it, and she basically pile drives it straight into the ground.
Elena Harvey will come in for Harrison. That's all right.
Missed it again.
It's because you're standing up.
Maybe.
You're out of rhythm.
Yeah.
6-5, Bulldogs trail. There's a nice serve by Coda. Cape Girls get it over. Coda will hit it behind the 10-foot line into the net.
So one thing that we haven't got to call many games, they've been on the road so much and we haven't been able to travel with them, but one of the things that we know is that Coda Beltran can definitely bring it from behind the 10-foot line.
Fuentes going to serve for the Cave Girls. They're leading 7-5. Brianna Harvey to Argo. Coda behind the 10-foot line. Blocked at the net by big number 11, Younger.
Good block there. She got up on it. So that's that. If you got a big girl, she's got to be 6'2".
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
She might be 6'2", but 6 foot also.
And she's tall. Well, she stood by Eccles, and she's taller, so I think you're right.
Yeah.
Fuentes serves leading 8-5. Carmen Harvey lets that go. And that's a Bulldog point.
Big decision there by Carmen, the sophomore. I mean, she right at the last minute got out of the way. She was about to do it. It's coming into the ball game will be Destiny Johnson. And the aforementioned Carmen takes a seat. Ooh.
Morrison with the ace.
Nice ball. That had movement.
I'm telling you. That's good.
Looked like a knuckleball.
Yep. Kenna Morrison, the junior for the Bulldogs. Pulls the Bulldogs to within one with that ace, 8-7. Here's the serve. And that hits the net and drops for another ace.
Another good job. That one had top spin on it, so it was going to dive anyway. But it hit the net and it really dove.
All right, tied up tonight, 8-8. Again, good serve taken by Fuentes. And Argo tips it over, dug by the Cave Girls. They're chasing it down into the bleachers and unable to make a play.
And they blew the whistle before she got to it. Is there a rule there?
I thought they'd go get it, so I don't know.
Yeah, or maybe I misheard.
She went behind the Carlsbad bench to get it, and you're right, she blew her whistle.
Before she hit it, I thought.
Yeah, Bulldogs take the lead, and there is another ace for Coda.
That's 4 in a row. Actually, it's Harvey.
Oh, sorry, it's Harvey. Yeah. You're right. And the Cave Girls call a timeout.
Even though they got a hand on that the one that they ended up blowing the whistle early, that's still an ace or no?
Yeah.
It is, because they didn't get it over the net.
Yep.
So a timeout taken here by Carlsbad. Artesia, we were behind until these 4 in a row. It was 8-6 when she started serving, and now 10-8. So our percentages that we're not keeping track of at all, but we're going to guess anyway, is we'll see what it is if this timeout works.
And that's the serve game we talked about. We saw last time, and the Bulldogs are so good at. They get a good server back there, which are all good, but somebody will really get on that night.
On a roll.
And on a roll, and boy, they are just tough to handle. And they'll rattle off some quick points.
And it's like any other game, I guess, but where you get a momentum swing, but it seems to me bigger in volleyball. I don't know why, if it is or not, but it feels bigger when they get these momentum swings.
All right, Carlsbad back on the court. Coach Williams still talking to the Bulldogs. They'll break the huddle and come back out. Morrison will go back to serve again, and we'll see what we'll start the percentage count on this one, as you said.
All right.
So Kenna with the serve, leading 10-8. Sowers with the pass to Rodriguez. Back to Sowers in the middle, tip shot dug by Johnson, and chased that. Kimber couldn't get there.
And I don't know, that was definite something there because there was a Bulldog right there, but she got out of the way. I mean, so that was
Setter,
a play.
yeah,
got out of the way of it.
Setter has second hit unless she calls for help.
There you go. Number 12 just comes in for Carlsbad. That's Sammy Oliver. And number 15 will take a seat. And Oliver back to serve.
Bulldogs lead 10-9. Morrison with the pass to Argo. Quick set in the middle to Elena Harvey, and there's a kill.
Nice kill by Elena. And so back to our percentage. So 1 for 1 now. They did break coming out of that timeout, they got the point.
Argo back to serve. Bulldogs lead 11-9. First set here tonight. Good serve by Charity. Fuentes pass to Sowers all the way across. Taken over by the Cave Girls. Free ball for Artesia. Quick set to Kimber. Cross court shot's a big kill.
Big swing by Kimber Beltran as she took cross court, as you said. There was a Carlsbad player there, but nothing they could do. They couldn't handle it. Just went off their attempted, what do you call that when you're trying to pop
pass.
It up? Yeah, the pass just went straight backwards.
Yeah. Bulldogs lead 12-9. Argo with the serve. Fuentes. That goes over the net. Argo, Dakota to Johnson. Off the block. Point Bulldogs.
Another kill. That one for Destiny, and that was a good looking one. The lefty from the, let's see, that's
opposite side?
That was her opposite side. She was on the right side with the left hand. I had to think and turn and all these things.
Bulldogs lead 13-9. Eccles to Oliver. Sowers hits it over. Morrison's there. Argo back set to Johnson. Line shot is dug by Eccles, taken over by Fuentes. Coda to Argo. Quick set in the middle to Elena. She hit it out.
Tipped it. I thought maybe there was a tip. Nope, was not. So Sowers comes in for the Cave Girls.
Bulldogs lead 13-10. Good serve by Sowers. Good dig out of the net, and Johnson got it over for the Bulldogs. Oliver back set to Daughtry. She gets it over. Johnson to Argo. Argo to Kimber. Swing by her, dug by Oliver. Eccles chases that down. And Younger at the net. Battle for it. Coda, good dig for the Bulldogs. Argo hits it over. Oliver hits it over on the second shot, and Coda able to save that as Morrison was able to dig that. Younger to Oliver. Cross court set to Eccles, and a big shot by her off of Coda.
One of their tall, athletic girls, and she really brought it good that time. Got between two players. Coda got a hand on it, but it was really a shot right between two Bulldogs.
It's a good rally there.
Good rally for both squads.
All right, Carlsbad still serving. They're down by 2, 11-13. Sowers to Coda. Nice pass. Argo. Cross court set to Kimber. Big swing and a kill.
Nice set there. Got in the system, and she had two choices. She could have went right behind her or across to Kimber. She chose to go to Kimber, and she gets another kill.
Carlsbad's thinking she touched the net or over the line. They're questioning something.
Checking in for the Bulldogs. Harrison will come in. Elena Harvey goes back to serve, and Coda takes a seat.
Bulldogs lead 14-11, and that serve is in. Point Bulldogs.
Harvey with an ace right down the line.
Yeah.
And it had movement on it.
15-11 Bulldogs lead. Elena, the senior, serving again. Eccles right at the net. Oh, Harrison tried to put that down. She couldn't.
To me, she tried to baby it. She tried to place it instead of just slamming it down on the happy birthday. Harvey takes a seat back in as Coda.
Younger back to serve for the Carlsbad, and that sells on her. Point Bulldogs.
That was way out, too, and Bulldogs easily got out of the way of that as Younger will take a seat back in for Carlsbad as number 10. Fuentes checks back in, their libero.
Johnson with the serve for the Bulldogs. Eckel, nice pass to Oliver. She'll set Sowers behind the 10-foot line. She drops it over in.
I tell you what, right there, Robbie, you think we're getting a free ball, and then no Bulldogs are there as Carmen Harvey will check back in. Destiny Johnson will take a seat for the Bulldogs. And then 7 and 15 coming in. That's going to be Kostenbader and Rodriguez checking in for number 9 and number 12, and that is Oliver and Daughtry taking a seat for the Carlsbad Cave girls.
Rodriguez back to serve. Coda takes that. Nice pass to Kimber. Cross-court set to Morrison, and that is out.
Good idea, just a little long. Came right down the line in front of us here as we're on the end of the court on the right side as we look at the court, our right.
14-16, Bulldogs lead. Coda takes that serve to Kimber. Quick set in the middle to Harrison. Nice tip shot by Harrison.
And they say Carlsbad got in the net. So does that go as a kill, or is that just because the...
I don't know. Never kept stats. I don't know.
Okay.
Bulldogs lead 17-14. Kimber with the serve. And there's an ace for Kimber as that goes off Sowers.
Ball had a funky-looking spin on it. Sowers did everything she could to make that work, but it just spun off her sideways. So a nice ace.
Funky. Went back to the 80s on that one.
I did. I get it.
Bulldogs lead 18-14. Sowers will go to Rodriguez. Back set to Eccles. Blocked at the net, but it hits the pole.
I'm telling you, if they can feed Eccles, they've got something there.
Yep.
She's only getting about one every 7 or 8 times. She gets a chance, and she usually gets the kill.
Point for Carlsbad. They now trail 15-18. Rodriguez, Eccles with the serve. Coda will let that go, and it's out. Bulldog point.
Bulldogs' biggest lead has been 4. We're back to it now as Elena Harvey checks back in. Harrison will take a seat, and Coda Beltran back to serve. Maybe we can go on a 6-point run here.
Coda with the jump serve. That sails on her out.
Man, that ball was moving right and left. Just too much on it, though, as Younger checks back in, and checking out will be Ojaku. Is it Ojaku?
Ojaku. Fuentes back to serve. Carlsbad 16, Artesia 19. Kimber, her pass goes over the net. Free ball for Carlsbad. Rodriguez just hits it over on the second shot. Bulldogs are there. Set up. Elena Harvey, nice dig by Eccles. Rodriguez tried to get Younger out of the way, and they got mixed up.
Yeah.
Point Bulldogs.
Point Bulldogs just went into the net, and I was going to say back a while ago when you said you weren't sure, I wasn't sure either. What we are sure of is it was a point Bulldogs.
Yes.
And that one was too, as Harvey checks back out. Carmen does, and Destiny Johnson back in.
Morrison serving for the Bulldogs. That goes off Eccles into the bleachers.
You know,
ace.
she went on a 4-0 ace rant a while ago. She does it again. We're going to be right there. There's one.
Bulldogs 21, Carlsbad 16. First set here tonight. Bulldogs trailed early on, but they came back strong, and now they're leading by 5. Morrison again with the serve, and that's going to be out.
Oh.
That's a good job by Eccles. Let that go.
Yeah, I thought that might fall in there, but yeah, it was out. So checking in for Carlsbad's number 9 and number 12 as Daughtry checks back in, as does Oliver. Rodriguez takes a seat, and Kostenbader will take a seat, and Oliver will go back to serve.
21-17, Bulldogs lead. Coda Beltran with the pass to Argo. Cross-court set to Johnson. Big swing off the block.
That was off
Point
the block.
Bulldogs.
Yeah, and back in the back, she didn't realize. I don't know. They could have fielded that, but she thought it wasn't touched, I guess, because she pulled down at the last minute thinking it was long. Harrison will take a seat, and coming in for the Bulldogs will be Kaylin Owens, number 17.
22 Bulldogs, 17 for Carlsbad. Argo to serve again. Drops it right over the net. Younger to Oliver. Set Sowers. Big swing by her. Goes off the Artesia block. Nice dig by Argo. And that'll come back to her. She hits it off the block. Point Bulldogs.
Kill for Argo behind the 10-foot line. We talk about Coda being able to do that. Argo can too. There's 2 great threats for the Artesia Bulldogs.
23-17, Argo with the serve. Bulldogs lead. There's an ace. Drops between Sowers and Fuentes.
That ball was moving amazingly, and it just nosedived. It wasn't a top spin either. It looked like one of those floaters, but it just dropped.
All right, set point for the Bulldogs, 24-17. That serve goes off of Eccles, and Bulldogs win the first set, 25-17.
All right, so set number 1 down. Artesia leads 1-0. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have set number 2 right here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. Thanks for tuning in.
Hawker & Sons of Artesia, a company specializing in excavation and construction, is proud to support and provide construction services to the people and businesses of Eddy County and the surrounding area. With their expert knowledge of the industry, Hawker & Sons is well equipped to offer top-level service and professionalism to all oil field businesses, commercial and private parties with excavation and construction needs. Call Hawker & Sons today at 575-365-3175 or visit their website at hawkerandsons.com. Go Bulldogs!
Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric carries name brands such as Appleton, Burndy, Fluke, Cooper Lighting, Hoffman, Phillips Lighting, iDeck, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn.
My name is Larry Dean. I'm the discipleship pastor here at Faith Baptist Church, and I'd like to invite you to something we call faith groups. Now, there are a ton of resources out there to help people better understand the Bible, but I believe the very best way to grasp the truths of Scripture is to get together with other adults on a regular basis to study the Bible. And that's what we do every Wednesday night here at Faith Baptist Church. So if you're not in a weekly Bible study, come join us this Wednesday at 6:15 for faith groups. Thanks, God bless, and go Bulldogs.
All right, welcome back here to the Cave. Carlsbad Cavemen and Cave Girls Gymnasium, where the Artesia Lady Bulldogs take set number 1 and now move on to set number 2 against the Cave Girls. Good matchup here. Both teams had some great rallies. It's looking good, but Artesia gets that first set, and I love that.
Artesia started a little slow, got down 8-4, somewhere around there, and then they came back strong that entire set. So, as you mentioned, looking good. Wow, we didn't. You know what? I just noticed we didn't switch sides. They stopped that during COVID. When we came back after COVID, they usually switch after every game.
And now they don't do it at all.
They haven't done it, yeah. I didn't notice that in the first game.
Another big COVID mistake.
How do you feel about that?
High school volleyball. I hate it. Hate the fact that they're not switching sides. It ruins the game for me. Just kidding.
All right, we're starting the second set. Oliver to serve for the Cave Girls. Coda to Argo. Quick set in the middle to Elena. Dug by the Cave Girls. Oliver over to Sowers. Her roll shot. Dug by Kimber. Coda cross court set to Argo. Big swing by her. Blocked at the net.
Double hit.
And a point for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, double hit there. Good effort by number 9. That's Brinley Daughtry, one of the seniors for Carlsbad, but nothing she could do. I mean, she hit it up into the net, came right back to her.
Bulldogs lead 1-0. Argo hits the net. Tied up 1-1.
Well, just pushing the edge. You know, I've learned something over the years getting to call with you, Robbie, and that's one of the things. They're going to push the edge on those serves.
Very aggressive. Sowers, Dakota. Nice pass to Argo. She comes across to Kimber. Blocked at the net, but it goes out. Point Bulldogs.
You know, really all of our young ladies that come up to slam it home, and Harrison checks in as Coda will take a seat. Man, they swing hard.
Yes.
They go up.
Elena serves. Eccles. Pass will be chased down by Oliver. Fuentes will get that over. Good free ball for Artesia. Argo back set to Johnson. Big swing by her. Blocked at the net. Dug by Kimber. Elena will go back to Kimber. Cross-court shot is dug by Sowers, but point Bulldogs.
Nice shot there. The Bulldogs had to scramble a little bit right there, and Kimber got back in her position and was able to make it, because she set that after a kind of a weird shot.
Bulldogs lead 3-1. Eccles, nice pass to Oliver. Back to Eccles. Tip shot blocked at the net by Johnson, and it hit the pole. I think it hit the pole.
It must have, because he blew it. I mean, she got the ball up there as Harvey will take a seat and Coda back in, but it must have.
Younger will go back to serve, trailing the Bulldogs 2-3. Right over the net, but Coda's there. Nice pass to Kimber. Back set to Johnson. Tipped at the net by Eccles, dug by Ojaku. Deep shot dug by Morrison. Argo back set.
Called her for the double there with when she tried to set it. I was looking for her to set that to Harrison right in front of her. She tried to back set.
Tied up 3-3. Younger again to serve. This time it'll be taken by Argo to go to Harrison. Back to Argo behind the 10-foot line. She hits it in the net.
Yeah, the Bulldogs a little bit out of whack here early. They were in the first game too, but they're still, it's only 4-1. I mean, it's not like they're just falling behind, but
4-3.
I mean 4-3, right?
Yep. Younger with serve. Coda, nice pass. Kimber, cross-court set to Harrison, and a big kill by Harrison.
See, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be looking for that sophomore because she hammers it home. Not that the other ones don't, but Younger will step out, and checking in for her is Fuentes, the libero for Carlsbad.
Johnson will serve. Sowers, nice pass to Oliver. Quick set in the middle to Eccles. Nice dig by Johnson. Bulldogs get that over. Oliver to Eccles. Back row shot is out. Point Bulldogs.
That was one of those where you either hit it or wear it. Because that was a beast of a swing by Sowers.
Bulldogs lead 5-4. Sowers with the pass to Oliver. Sowers will take that over. Free ball Artesia. Johnson to Argo. She'll go across to Kimber. Her tip shot dug by Oliver. Fuentes tries to go cross court, but it goes over the net. So Morrison goes to Argo. Argo back to Morrison. Big swing by her. Point Bulldogs.
Kill, kill, kill. Nice set and a big swing, as you said, went off of a Cave Girl and out of bounds.
The Bulldogs lead 6-4. Second set, they won the first one, 25-17. Johnson back to serve again, the senior for the Bulldogs. Left-handed. Fuentes can't handle that. That's an ace for Johnson.
2 in a row. I didn't get to say anything because it was a good volley, but her first serve, that thing was crazy the way it was moving. That one wasn't too bad either. And trying to handle it, she got over the net, but it was way out of bounds.
Well,
so
that's your libero, too. That's one of your better passers and players, I mean, on the back row, so she couldn't handle it.
There's just no doubt the way you serve the ball, the way our girls serve the ball, gives a headache to the other teams trying to get that ball up into the air and set, a good pass.
Yep. What do we got coming up Friday night?
Well, we get to travel. We get to go to Lovington. Lovington was the preseason number 1, if I remember right, in Class 4A. And their record 0-5 coming into this ball game.
They're 0-5 and they're still ranked 5th.
And they're still in the top 5.
Yeah.
I fully expect Lovington to be a good game. I mean, I think they're going to come out. They're going to play well. We should handle business, but you never know. Lovington's been in our we've been back and forth in the same district over the years, and right now they're in the classification below us, but always a tough game, even though they're 0-5.
68-56 or something like that last year was the score.
It was a high-scoring one.
It was crazy. 1,000 yards of offense.
Yeah, they could be that again.
Yep.
I don't expect it because I think our defense may be better, but we'll see.
All right, back to action here. Destiny Johnson going to serve up 7-4. Sowers to Oliver. Goes back to Sowers, find the 10-foot line. Her line shot falls in.
Man.
There's that percentage.
There it is.
They call timeout. Yep.
We're 2 for 2 now, so 100%. Call timeout when you're getting beat because it's going to turn back to you.
Need like 25 timeouts.
Yeah. Who just came in? So coming in is number 15. That is Rodriguez. And actually, I think number 7 also came in, Kostenbader, for the Cave Girls.
Rodriguez will serve. Kodak goes off of Kodak. There's an ace for Rodriguez.
That was a good serve right there. It looked like one of our serves. The ball just died. He dove.
Carlsbad trails 6-7. Rodriguez again to serve. This time it goes. That was Carmen Harvey that couldn't handle it.
They said she tipped it.
Yep.
She tried. It looked like she tried to get out of way, but it would have been long if she hadn't tipped it. But that was the call.
Tied up 7-7. Artesia cheerleaders helping their team out. Coda, nice pass to Kimber right on the net. Kimber outplays Eccles on the net. She gives up about 6 inches there, Joby.
And she got up, and that's what I was going to say a while ago about. I didn't say it. I was thinking it, and I didn't say it. She explodes.
Yes.
She's not very tall, but she plays tall.
5'4"?
Yeah.
She's a 5'5". All right, there's a good serve. Sowers. Eccles will chase that down. Free ball for Artesia. Carmen calls it, gets it right to Kimber. Back set to Morrison, and there's a kill for the Bulldogs.
Another pretty play. I mean, when they give those to us, you always say it, when it's a free ball, you got to take advantage. You get right into your system and get a kill.
Bulldogs lead 9-7. Kimber to serve, and there's an ace for Kimber.
Woo-hoo. That ball had a lot of heat on it. That was a hard hit ball. Checking into the game for Carlsbad is Danica Medina, and going out will be number 8, Sowers, Anika Sowers.
Kimber to serve again, leading 10-7. And she goes to the right side this time, and it's out.
Just out. Checking back in will be number 8 for Carlsbad. That's going to be Sowers checking back in, and taking a seat will be Medina.
Younger back to serve for the Carlsbad Cave girls. Bulldogs 10, Carlsbad 8. That's served by Younger. It'll be taken by Coda. Nice pass to Kimber. Quick set in the middle to Harrison. Blocked at the net. Dug by Brianna Harvey. Gets over the net. Fuentes will go to Sowers. Unable to get it over, so Bulldog point. Carmen Harvey.
That's a rarity for Harrison. She had a great swing at it, but yeah, they got the block on it. Is checking back in for the Bulldogs is Elena Harvey, and Harrison will take a seat.
That was Carmen Harvey with the dig. Coda with the serve, and there's an ace.
Yeah, it hit the corner. I couldn't see it, but I was watching the whatever we call them, the refs on the corners. I think probably JV players making those calls, and she said in. And I can tell, do they have cheerleaders below us? Have you heard them?
I don't know.
Our cheerleaders are across the way.
Yeah. Bulldogs lead 12-8. Coda serves that into the net.
Yeah, there's that aggressive serve again. As Younger will check back in. Checking out will be Ojaku for the Cave Girls, and going back to serve will be their libero, Fuentes.
So just trading points here for the last 4 or 5 times, and there's another one. Fuentes serves it into the net.
So that's handy. When we serve it in the net, we ask them, hey, if you don't mind,
hey,
thank you.
Help us out.
Help us out. Checking into the ball game for Artesia, Destiny Johnson. Carmen Harvey will get to take a break, leading 13-9.
Morrison serve, dives. Fuentes with a good pass, though. Rodriguez goes to Eccles behind the line. Free ball, Artesia. Coda to Kimber. Kimber cross court to Argo. Cross court shot by her, dug by Sowers. Rodriguez to Sowers, and there's a good kill by Sowers.
Really was. You know, we got that free ball, but the pass wasn't where she wanted it to be, so that kind of gave them a free ball, and they were able to set up and get the big kill. All right, checking back in for Carlsbad. In their rotation, Daughtry and number 12, and that's Oliver checking in, and Rodriguez and Kostenbader will take a seat.
Oliver with the serve, drops it over the net. Coda to Argo. Quick set in the middle to Elena Harvey. Line shot dug by Eccles. Rodriguez to Eccles behind the 10-foot line. Oh, that was a shot off Coda.
One of those, again, so hard right at you, and I think it would have been long, but it was coming at about 1,674 miles an hour, and she just took it.
Bulldogs 13, Cave Girls 11. Oliver to serve again. She move over to the right side this time. Still goes to, actually Morrison took that. Argo cross court set to Johnson. Off the block and point Bulldogs.
Younger got up on that. To me, that always looks like a double hit, but I guess if it's off a block, you can hit it again. And that's what happened. Younger blocked it and went into the net on her side. She tipped it, but out of bounds. So
point Bulldogs.
Point Bulldogs.
14-11, Bulldogs lead. There's an ace. Oh, gosh, she could have hit that over, and she didn't.
She kicked it. Who was that that kicked that ball? Got her foot under it. Was number 8, Annika Sowers.
Sowers, yeah.
But like you said, unable to get it over after that.
15-11, Bulldogs lead. Eccles with the pass. That'll be over into the scorer's bench, and point Bulldogs.
Man, Sowers took a hard spill. Looked like her chin went off of the floor. I'm glad she jumped right up.
Found something out today. Sowers is cousins with Kimber and Coda. Their moms are sisters.
That happens sometimes. You know, it's Carlsbad, so you don't really want to be kin to anybody in Carlsbad. But that happens sometimes. I say that jokingly, of course. I've got lots of cousins in Carlsbad.
I was talking to Mindy, and she said when they come over here to play, she has to sit with them. And when they come to the pit, they all have to sit with her. So they have to sit with all the Bulldog fans, but tonight Mindy has to sit with the Carlsbad fans.
So a written rule in their families. I can tell you that when we played Carlsbad, my family, and had cousins, we didn't have those rules.
Y'all didn't play nice, did you?
No.
And I mean, the Highlands don't play nice.
We have probably not. Probably one of the biggest hits ever for Artesia. I'm going to brag on my brother a little bit. They show this a lot over the years on film to football players in Artesia. Was my brother hitting a Carlsbad guy by the name of Kirkus, one of our cousins, and Jeff just blasted him. So, yeah, we probably don't play very nice.
Hey, everything.
And those Kirkuses were good, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he was going in for a touchdown. It was a good hit. It was a blast that saved him. He knocked him out at about the 1-yard line. But, yeah, so cousins, you know, that's what you got when you're in close vicinities.
There is no family between the whistles.
No family between whistles. Not for us, anyways.
No friends.
No
You're not friends with anybody.
No.
All right, Bulldogs 16. Cave Girls 11. Argo with the serve. Younger, that will go over the net. Kimber just unleashes on that.
You know, it was what you told me this term, the happy birthday, and she just explodes. She can play right up on that front line at 5'4" and look like a 6-footer.
Yeah, her vertical's so good. Bulldogs lead 17-11. Pulling away here. Argo serve. Oliver with the set. She'll go back to number 4, Cordova. Argo will set Johnson. Big swing by her, and there's a kill for Johnson.
Great set there by Argo. Little back set over to her right, and the big lefty on the right side just brings it.
It's kind of what happened last time, Joby, when we played him the first game of the year. It's kind of close that first game. And second game, third, we kind of pulled away.
Yep.
Looks like we're doing that again. Argo serve. Cordova. Sauer's able to save that. Free ball for Artesia. Johnson. Coda. To Kimber. Big swing by her. Off the Carlsbad block. Point Bulldogs.
Yeah, they got a block on it, but it just went right down the net and fell on their side. So you said point Bulldogs. And by the way, somebody may correct me. I don't know. I may have told the wrong cousin, but I think it was one of the Kirkuses. They were great athletes. Still are, I'm sure.
Argo serves that into the net. So it's a Carlsbad point.
All right, checking back in for Carlsbad will be Gracie Eccles, and taking a seat will be Cordova for Carlsbad.
Bulldogs lead 19-12. Second set here. They won the first one. Coda with the pass to Argo. Quick set in the middle. Johnson and a nice kill in the corner.
Wow, I saw her eyes, and she looked at that corner, and she put it right there. What a great shot. Harrison checks in. Coda will take a seat, and going back to serve will be Harvey. And Elena, we've seen her go on some runs and have some aces, so great time here, leading 20-12.
That serve will be taken by Sowers. Oliver goes back to Sowers. Roll shot, tipped at the net, dug by Morrison. Johnson puts it up for somebody. Harrison gets it over. Oliver sets up number 9, Daughtry, dug by Morrison to Johnson. Swing by her, tipped at the net.
Point Bulldogs.
Point Bulldogs.
That was a big recovery there by Harrison. Nobody went for it. At the last second, she stuck her hands out and got it just to roll over the net. I thought for sure that was a point.
I did too. I did too. All right, Elena Harvey back to serve. Bulldogs 21, Carlsbad 12. Fuentes to Oliver. Quick set in the middle to Younger. And they're going to call
double hit
on Younger.
The set. Or they call it on Younger?
I think call on Younger.
Okay. That's hard to double hit when you're swinging at it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
She didn't argue.
Yeah.
22-12, Bulldogs lead. Eccles to Oliver, back to Eccles. Big swing by her, goes off the Artesia block, and unable to dig that's Morrison.
Morrison did a good effort, though, because that ball was swimming fast, and it did go off of an Artesia Bulldog, so she, that little tips went to the side, and we have a Bulldog checking in. It's going to be Maddie Martinez. Harrison will get a break. And I think I might have missed a Carlsbad Cable Girl coming in.
Yeah.
Younger, no, she was in.
Younger to serve. Bulldogs lead 22-13. I don't know either.
Yeah.
Kimber back set to Johnson, and there's another kill for Destiny.
Again, she's looking. I mean, you said it earlier. It's kind of cool to be on the end where we can see their eyes. And I was watching her when that ball went up back set to her, and she looked right there, and she put it across court in the corner.
Just reading the court, reading the block, too, which is really, really important.
All right, so Harvey will check in for Coda, and then she'll check right back out. It looks like we have some here, Coach Williams getting some rotation in here. As checking in for the Bulldogs will be Zoe Warren, and also checking in will be Millyanne Gray, and back to serve will be the lefty, Destiny Johnson.
23-13, Bulldogs lead. That serve goes off of Sowers, ace for Johnson.
She, with her left hand, I don't know if it's better. A lot of times the lefty pitcher has better junk, it seems like.
Yeah.
That left hand, that ball was doing a lot of funny things.
Set point for the Bulldogs, 24-13. Johnson with the serve, hits the net, and there's another ace. And the Artesia Lady Bulldogs win the second set here in Carlsbad, 25-13.
All right, we're going to take another break. We will be back for third set, and if the Bulldogs win it, that'll wrap it up. Stay tuned right here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com, where the Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs come to play.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, home-owned and operated for over 50 years, are here for all of your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has the expertise to install residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioning units, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency Carrier units from Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, your authorized Carrier dealer. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, a proud sponsor of Artesia Bulldogs and our community for over 50 years.
With the price of gas really high, you may be looking for a more economical car or truck. Well, look no further than Artesia Ford Sales. Artesia Ford Sales is known for their selection of Ford certified pre-owned vehicles. And right now, that reputation means Artesia Ford is able to have in stock a great selection of gas-sipping vehicles for you to consider. With certified pre-owned, you can rest assured your purchase is top quality and qualifies for a much lower interest rate than a typical used car. So save money on gas and save money on your monthly payment with a quality certified pre-owned car from Artesia Ford Sales.
Find your path to a greater future at Eastern New Mexico University. With degrees offered both on campus and online, ENMU has the flexibility that you're looking for, and with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship, New Mexico residents can now start, continue, or finish their bachelor's degree tuition-free at ENMU. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
All right, welcome back here to KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. Third set about to start, and I'm going to turn it over to the master, Robbie Ballou.
I feel like I need to stand because you're standing.
Well, I need to do my back, my knees, my legs. It's that old age you're in that caused me to stretch.
Well, when you're the older brother, it happens.
I know. That's why I said you're the older brother. So, by the way, the cheerleaders are here. Gene walked around and made sure and told me. So I said, good. I was too lazy to walk around.
Carlsbad?
Carlsbad cheerleaders. Our cheerleaders we can see. They're right straight across from. And we don't switch sides anymore. Cheerleaders always switch sides too.
Yep.
They don't now because of the Wuhan flu. Wuhan flu.
How do you feel about that?
The flu? You got an hour? Because I'll start. It'll be about 6 days, but I'll start in an hour.
When you get in the truck tonight, tell Gene how you feel about that.
I told him a story. It took the whole trip to get here. I told him one story. He never got a word in edgewise.
Gene.
True story. True story.
I believe it. Argo with the serve, hits the net and drops in. Bulldogs get the first point, 1-0.
Gotta like aces.
I was looking at Gene and Joby's pointing at the floor. I'm like, what? Argo serve again. Wow, that hits the net, tied up 1-1.
The first one hit the net too. It just trickled over. That time didn't happen.
Too much in the net.
Yeah. Yep.
Whoa. Pittman to serve for the Cave Girls, and there's an ace as Coda can't get to that.
She dove for it, but that was a great serve by Pittman.
So Pittman getting in. We haven't called her name tonight, so steps in and gets an ace. Point for the Carlsbad Cave Girls. They lead 2-1. Pittman again to serve. This time Coda's there. She'll go to Kimber. Cross court to Elena. Drops it over the net. Eccles to Oliver. Quick set in the middle to Younger. Off the block. Dug on the back row by Argo. Kimber with the big swing, and that goes out.
Boy, she tried to come down this line and just about a foot too much, but good effort there.
Carlsbad leads 3-1. Pittman with the serve. Into the net.
Harrison will check back in for the Bulldogs. Coda Beltran will take a seat, and Elena Harvey will go back and try to get some more aces.
That serve will be between Pittman and Fuentes for an ace for Harvey.
Nice ace. Maddie Martinez will check in. Harrison will check back out. And Harvey will try to get some more aces.
Yeah, he got Martinez and Gray in, but they didn't get to do much. So trying to get him in earlier. There's a serve by Harvey taken by Pittman. Nice pass to Oliver. Goes to Younger. Back row shot is out.
So good that they took my direction when I said, let it go.
They heard you.
They heard me. Amazing.
Bulldogs lead 4-3. Harvey again to serve. Eccles to Oliver, up to Younger. Roll shot taken by Morrison. Argo cross court to Kimber. Big swing off the Carlsbad block and down for the Bulldog point.
Another big kill for Kimber Beltran, the explosion. I think I've just named her the explosion.
Oh, give him a nickname.
You were talking about nicknames earlier. You were trying to come up with for yourself and
for you.
For you.
Bulldogs lead 5-3. Fuentes, nice pass to Oliver. Goes to Eccles, big swing, and that is in.
I'm telling you, Eccles is dangerous. They just don't get it.
Is.
They don't get it to her as much as they probably want to because she's pretty good.
Yeah, she's really good.
All right, checking back in is number 1 for Carlsbad. That's Ojaku. Taking a seat will be the libero, Fuentes.
Bulldogs lead 5-4, third set. They've won the first 2. They win this one, that'll be the match. Coda takes that serve. Kimber chases down, pass goes to Martinez, and she hits it out.
A little bit long there. She put some top spin on it, but just kind of sailed on her. Younger will go back to serve again, all tied up.
This time it's taken by Argo. Kimber will set Coda behind the 10-foot line. Blocked at the net by Ojaku.
Good block there. A lot of height up there on the front line for Carlsbad. A couple of 6-footers or close to 6-footers.
Carlsbad takes the lead, 6-5. Younger with the serve. Boy, that'll curve all the way across the court to Morrison. Kimber to Johnson. Big swing by Johnson. Dug on the back row by Younger, but unable to get that. So Bulldog point.
Another big swing, and it's checking in will be Zoe Warren, and Harvey will take a break. Younger takes a seat, and I think coming in for her was the serve. I don't know who it was.
Tied up 6-6. Johnson with the serve for the Bulldogs. That pass goes over the net. Argo at the net, tries to put up and played by Carlsbad. Let's see what they call. Point Carlsbad.
Yeah, that was a weird-looking little run there because it went straight up twice. Carlsbad has some subs coming in, so 7 and 15 checking in. Rodriguez and Costenbader will check back in.
I was late that whole call because you were looking down here for the serve.
You were like, why is he looking where they're not serving?
It cracked me up.
I know, it was funny. I feel like something.
Oh, that goes off the net. Nice serve by Rodriguez. Carlsbad takes the lead, 8-6.
I stopped myself when I said I feel like something. I was going to say a word, but I'll tell you the story.
All of a sudden, Johnson was serving.
I know.
Rodriguez again with the serve. Coda, on the net pass. Good play by Kimber. That gets over Martinez to Argo, to Kimber. Puts in the front row. Eccles is there. They try to push it across. Played by Artesia's Argo. Coda will set up Owens, and that's out. Point Carlsbad.
Joe Warren.
Oh, Warren.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So getting to call the game, getting to call Cleveland, I said the poop fly. I'll tell you about that in a minute.
9-6, Carlsbad leads. Argo to Kimber. Quick set in the middle to Martinez. Off of Fuentes. Good kill by Martinez.
Big kill there by Maddie Martinez. Great set, and she did the rest. Yeah, I was trying to describe a fly kick that happened against Cleveland last Friday night, and I said poop fly, and it cracked me up. I meant to say pop fly, and I said,
oh, it's a poop fly.
Poop fly.
Oh, Kimber serves that into the net. Carlsbad 10, Artesia 7.
Again, there's that aggressive serving.
Well, I'm just thinking that's what flies do.
Flies probably do poop. So the old poop fly.
10-7, Carlsbad lead. Eccles with the serve. Coda, nice pass to Kimber. Cross-court set to Argo, and her shot is in.
Nice shot down the line, hit the back corner. As the Bulldogs have Harrison checking back in for Martinez. As soon as they say it's okay, Coach Williams looking like, not sure of the swap here, as number 4 comes in for Carlsbad, and that's going to be Cordova checking back in. And Harvey checks in. So they did a little triple or double switch there.
Yep, Carlsbad 10, Bulldogs 8, and that serve by Coda is out. Carlsbad goes up 11-8 in this third set.
Younger checks back in. Ojaku will take a seat for Carlsbad as the libero Fuentes goes back to serve.
That serve will be out. Trade serves there. 11-9 Carlsbad.
All right, the Bulldogs bringing in Johnson and also Gray will check in, and Gray will go back to serve as Johnson comes in. So Warren and Harvey take a seat.
Gray's a defensive specialist, senior for the Bulldogs. And that serve, we taken by Cordova, chased down by Rodriguez. She tips it over, and they're going to call net on Rodriguez. Point Bulldogs. Gray to serve again. Bulldogs trail by 1, 10-11. Gray serves it into the net.
Well, she hit that really well. She was trying to go down the line on her right side, and it just hits the top of the net and comes back. As Carlsbad have some swapping going on here. Rodriguez checks back in, as does Daughtry.
So Oliver goes back to serve, leading 12-10 over the Bulldogs. Coda pass to Argo. Quick set in the middle. Elena drops it over the net, but dug by Pittman. Daughtry will get that over for the Cave Girls. Kimber back set to Johnson. Big swing by her. Another kill for Johnson.
Yeah, she's dangerous. I keep saying it, but we've got several that can really kill it. And Destiny with that big left-hand swing, she certainly can. Got another kill.
Argo will go back to serve for the Bulldogs. They trail by 1, 12-11. Jump serve by hers, taken by, looks like Daughtry. Fuentes take it over for Artesia. Coda to Argo. Cross-court set to Kimber. Big swing by her, blocked to the neck, but dug by Gray, and there's a point.
Good job there by Gray. As that ball came back, she was able to get under it and got it over the net, right into the spot where nobody was at. So a good job by her to get it over.
Perfect job by her as Kimber went up. She's supposed to come up behind her in case the block does happen, and she was in perfect position as there's another ace for the Bulldogs as they now go up 13-12.
I was about to say we might see a timeout. The Carlsbad coach steps out and does call a timeout. The Bulldogs on a 4-point run as we were down, I think, 12-8. No, maybe it was 11-8, and then we swapped once. But anyway, take the lead back 13-12.
So the Bulldogs, I believe, have a tournament this weekend. The Lady Bulldogs do. And then they'll come back on the 27th and play Roswell in Roswell. And then they go to Rio Rancho for the Jamboree there. They'll play Rio Rancho. Well, no, not Jamboree. They just go travel. They'll play Rio Rancho on 9:30 and Cleveland on 10-1. So always a good matchup there.
Big 5A schools and good tests for the Artesia Lady Bulldogs as they continue to prepare for their back-to-back try to be back-to-back state champs.
Yeah, Mayfield is ranked 13th right now in 5A, and they beat us. Roswell's ranked 12th. And so good competition all the way through for the Lady Bulldogs. Artesia leads 13-12, third set here. They won the first two. Argo with the serve. That'll go off Fuentes backwards. Cordova back to Fuentes. Free ball for Artesia. Coda to Argo. She'll back set Johnson with the right hand, hits it out.
Yeah, she had to change it up. The back set was a little too far back, and so she went up the right hand. So we're 3 for 3 now. Calling the timeouts.
There it is.
As checking back in is Eccles for the Cave Girls, and taking a seat will be Cordova.
Pittman to serve, tied up 13-13. Kimber, Argo chases that down. Coda behind the 10-foot line, roll shot blocked by Younger, but dug by Johnson. Argo back to Kimber. Back row shot dug by Pittman. Oliver takes the second shot over. Coda's there. Argo quick set in the middle to Elena Harvey, and blocked by Younger.
Man, there was 3 blocks in a row by the Carlsbad Cave Girls, and Younger that time wins that battle, and a point goes to Carlsbad, and they take the lead back.
14-13 is their lead. Pittman serves it under the net. Bulldog point.
That went off her hand funny. It just shot off. It looked like it was
yeah,
down on her palm or maybe even her arm. As Harrison checks back in for the Bulldogs. Coda will get a break.
Elena to serve. Tied up 14-14. Eccles to Oliver. She takes it over. Bulldogs going to give a free ball back to Carlsbad. Eccles to Oliver. She takes a second shot over. Kimber's there. Argo takes a corner shot, but Fuentes there for Carlsbad. Oliver tries to set up Daughtry. She just takes it over. Argo back to her. Argo big swing. Fuentes digs that on the back row, but it goes over the net. Kimber to Argo. Back to Kimber. Big swing by her. Dug by Eccles. Oliver back to Eccles. Big swing, and down for the kill is Eccles.
You know, it's a great volley right there, but getting them where they can set up like they did and get it to Eccles, who is, I don't know how many aces she has, but a bunch. They just good volley, but they just got us.
So back and forth here. Carlsbad goes back up by 1, 15-14. That serve by Younger, taken by Argo. Goes over the net. Eccles with the swing. Dig by Coda. And that goes too close to the net. Kimber couldn't get it. Point Carlsbad.
Well, there was a little bit there. It looked like Bulldogs miscommunicated a little bit.
16-14. Cave Girls lead. Younger with the serve. That'll be taken by Argo to Kimber. Back set to Johnson. Just a tip shot around the block. Point Bulldogs.
Tough job there because you got a 6-footer in Eccles there. And she, like you said, she went around the block. As coming back in for the Bulldogs will be Morrison, as Gray will get a break.
Johnson's serve is an ace, tied up 16-16.
Couldn't have come at a better time. Nice ace there for Destiny Johnson, the lefty.
Boy, it started to go at Pittman. It curved and hit between them by the time it hit the ground. Johnson again with the serve to Pittman, and that will be out of bounds on the Bulldogs side. Bulldogs take the lead, 17-16.
Ace number 2 for her in a row. Like to see a good run here. So a good start to that.
Destiny with the serve. Down the line again off Pittman. Chased down by Daughtry. Eccles gets it over into the net for the Bulldogs, and they can't dig it out of there. Point Carlsbad.
Yeah, it was another great serve, but just like you said, couldn't dig it out of the net. As checking back in for the Bulldogs is Carmen Harvey, and Destiny Johnson will get a break. And then for Carlsbad, coming back in is Kostenbader and Rodriguez. And I said it wrong a while ago. It was Oliver that had come in. She took the place of Rodriguez, so now they've swapped back.
So Rodriguez with the serve. Good serve to Carmen. Bulldogs will set up Kimber, and she hits it out.
Explosion that time, just didn't get down on it. She tried to go cross court and was too long.
A lot of unforced errors here for the Bulldogs in this third set. Cave Girls lead 18-17. Carmen pass to Kimber. Coda behind the 10-foot line. Does not get it over.
Well, Jaku went up for that block. Looked like she got her hands or her arms in the net. She pulled back like, no, I didn't touch it, but I guess she didn't because the officials didn't say she did.
I think a lot of times when you're up, that ball will hit the net into you. So you get a little nervous. Rodriguez serves it into the net. So, good set here. They won the second one. Bulldogs did 25-13. Now Carlsbad leads this one 19-18.
Oh.
And we serve it into the net. Kimber did. So Carlsbad reaches 21st.
Yeah, they've battled here. They don't want to go down 3-0.
Eccles with the serve, leading 20-18. Coda, nice pass to Kimber. Quick set in the middle to Harrison. There's a kill for Harrison.
You like those quick middle sets. We've talked about that a lot over the last 3 or 4 years, Robbie. And boy, that's how they work out.
Yeah.
Harvey checks back in, and Harrison will take a seat. And that's Elena Harvey checking in for the Lady Bulldogs as they get back with them 19 serving 20.
Coda to serve. Off of Fuentes, chased down by Rodriguez. Pittman gets it over. Argo's there for the Bulldogs. Kimber backs it to Morrison. Cross-court shot is out. But they called a tip.
Yeah, she tipped it. Number 15 got her arm on it. Rodriguez. I'm not sure that wouldn't have been in, but Eccles takes a seat. Coming in for her is Cordova. And the Bulldogs tie it up 20-20.
Coda Beltran to serve again. Good serve by her off the net. Fuentes gets it on the net, and Morrison puts it down.
There's a happy birthday, and that was a close one. I think I was watching her, and she was trying to decide to go up and try to do this. She got it down. It was a good job.
Bulldogs lead 21-20. Coda again to Fuentes. Nice pass this time to Rodriguez. Well, they just get it over. Coda goes to Kimber. Sets up Argo. Cross-court shot dug by Cordova. Rodriguez to Pittman. Off the Artesia block. Dug by Kimber. Coda back to Argo. Argo, big swing, blocked at the net, but Argo puts it back over. Fuentes. Rodriguez, quick set in the middle to Ojuaku. Blocked at the net by Elena. Dug by Coda. Kimber, quick set to Elena. Tip shot dug by Rodriguez. Fuentes will go to Pittman. She takes it over. Coda to Kimber. Back set to Morrison. Tip shot, and there's the point.
Great volley by both clubs. Artesia comes out on top. Nice little soft kill there for Harvey as she picked out her spot. Now we get a timeout. We're up by 2. Right now it's 100%. When a timeout's called, it stops the rally, so we'll see what happens. But 22-20 Artesia.
We're going to break that right here. We're going to change it.
Good good time. It'd be 75% with one break. So it'll be the fourth one, so 3 if my math is, I think I'm doing math.
So a lot of volleyball left in this year, Joby. They've got 6-7 matches before they actually start district play. District starts October 20th with Goddard, who is number 1 in 4A right now. So we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 9 or 10 matches left after this one. So girls always get a lot of volleyball in, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun to watch. Fast-moving, fast-paced, and it's really fun to watch when your team is really good. Our team is really good.
Yes. Does make a difference, doesn't it?
I mean, it's fun to watch anyways, but our team is really good, and that makes it even more fun.
Even more.
Even more. More, let's see, more better. More better fun.
All right, Bulldogs lead 22-20. They won the first 2 sets. They win this one, they will win the match. Coda Beltran back to serve again for the Bulldogs. And here we go, Joby. She gets that over. Pittman to Rodriguez. Back set to number 7, Kostenbader. Bulldogs, Argo tips it over, but Fuentes is there, and they're going to call the net on the Bulldogs.
100%. I was going to say 75%, but unfortunately, Younger, that's not unfortunate that Younger's checking in. Younger checks in. I know Jaku will take a seat. But, yeah, I was hoping I could say 75%, but it didn't work.
All right, Bulldogs lead by 1, 22-21. Fuentes to serve for the Cave Girls. That's good serve. Goes to Carmen. Nice pass to Argo. Back set to Morrison. Big swing by her off the block. Dug by Kostenbader. Play at the net, and a point for the Carlsbad.
So they've tied back up 22-22. This is going down to the wire here in the third set.
Good play by Younger there at the net. All right, Fuentes to serve again. That'll be taken by Carmen Harvey, right to Argo. She tips it over on second shot. That's a point for the Bulldogs.
That caught him off guard. That
did.
absolutely caught him off guard. Good job there by Argo. Destiny Johnson will check back in. Carmen Harvey will take a break. Bulldogs lead by 1.
23-22. Morrison serves it into the net. Tied up 23-23.
All right, checking back in for Carlsbad is Oliver and Daughtry. Rodriguez and Kostenbader will take a seat, and Oliver will go back to serve.
Got to win by 2. Morrison to Argo. She'll set up Johnson off the block, dug by Cordova. Oliver to Pittman, dug on the back row by Coda. Kimber, quick set in the middle to Harvey. Blocked by Younger, blocked by Harvey, and that goes off Coda, point Carlsbad.
That was a lot of stuff right at the net, back and forth. And Younger ends up getting the kill. So now it's match or set point.
Set point Carlsbad, 24-23. Oliver back to serve. That'll go to Coda, to Argo. Cross-court set to Johnson off the block. Dug by Cordova. Fuentes, point Bulldogs. Went off Fuentes.
I don't know, I keep saying miscommunication. When it looks like that nobody knows to go to it, that's what I think of. But that's what happened there. Carlsbad didn't know who to send.
Tied back up, 24-24. Argo to serve for the Bulldogs. That'll be taken by Cordova. Nice pass to Oliver. Quick set to Younger in the middle. Shot is dug by the Bulldogs. Argo chases it down, takes it over. Pittman to Oliver. Back set to number 9, Daughtry. Dug on the back row by Morrison. Argo sets up Kimber. Roll shot is down and good.
Woo! Nice play there by the Artesia Lady Bulldogs, and they get back up by 1. So now set point Bulldog. Match point Bulldogs.
Match point Bulldogs. 25-24. Argo with the serve. That'll be taken by Fuentes. Oliver will go to Daughtry. Back row shot dug by Kimber. Argo back to Kimber. Big swing.
Explosion. Oh, that was in.
And they called it out.
Oh, that looked in. I thought it was in. It wasn't. Eccles checks back in for Carlsbad. Taking a seat will be Cordova. Man, I thought that was in.
Tied up 25-25. Pittman back to serve. Coda will take that. She'll go to Argo. Quick set in the middle of Johnson. There's a kill. Bulldogs up.
That was
26-25.
That was in.
That was in by about 6 feet.
Harrison checks back in. Harvey will go back to serve. Coda will take a seat. Match point Artesia.
26-25. Elena with the serve as soon as she gets the whistle. Bulldog fans on their feet. Here's the serve. Eccles to Oliver. Back to Eccles. Big swing by her. Blocked at the net. Dug by Carlsbad. They're going to get it over. Played by Morrison. Argo. Quick set in the middle to Harrison. They're going to call Artesia in the net.
Oh, double hit. They said she double hit it. Harvey will take a seat. Coda back in. The libero for Carlsbad also taking a seat. Fuentes and Younger back into the ball game, and she'll serve.
Tied up 26-26. That serve taken by Argo. Chased down by Kimber. Coda behind the 10-foot line takes it over. Younger to Pittman. They'll get it to Eccles. Roll shot by her. Saved on the back row by Morrison. Argo to Johnson. Big swing and a kill by Johnson.
Another beautiful set by Argo. She back set that perfectly to the lefty on the right side, and she goes right down the line for the kill as Younger takes a seat back in for the Carlsbad Cave girls is Fuentes. And again, match point, Artesia.
Bulldogs 26, 27-26. They put up on the net. Morrison with the swing, block, and it's out. Point Bulldogs. Bulldogs win 28-26.
What an exciting match. The Artesia Bulldogs win 3-0, but great match. Especially that third set where Carlsbad battled back.
Yeah, they did.
Kudos to Carlsbad to battle back. We're going to go and take a break. I think we'll have a coach come up and talk to us, Coach Lou. So we'll be back here on KSVP Radio, KSVPTV.com, and stay tuned as Coach Lou will be talking to Robbie.
As the seasons change, it can be a great time to refresh your oral health too. Here's a few fall tooth care tips from Smile Expressions in Artesia. Fall is a great time to switch out your toothbrush. Toothbrushes should be replaced every 3 to 4 months. With fall coming comes fall baking, which means lots of sugar-laden treats. In addition to the goodies, try reaching for fruits and vegetables that are rich in fiber. And as the end of your insurance year approaches, now could be the perfect time to take advantage of any unused dental benefits. Please call and schedule your appointment today at Smile Expressions in Artesia.
Sitting in a jail cell is a little late to be thinking about all you can lose if you get caught driving under the influence of alcohol. So consider this. A DWI could mean considerable jail time. Then comes all the fines, the attorney fees, and that expensive interlock device on your vehicle. Not to mention the possible loss of your job and the outright embarrassment of it. Just know this. Sooner or later, you're going to get caught. A reminder from the Eddy County DWI Prevention Program.
It's Chevy truck season at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. The Chevy Silverado is as durable as it is dependable with its proven power and capability along with advanced technology. And this month you can make it your own with a $1,000 accessory allowance when you purchase or lease a Silverado 1500 or HD. So come on in and see us today at Guy Chevrolet Company on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or at GuyChevy.com.
Making a great deal better every day.
H&R Block of Artesia is proud to be a member of the community and a sponsor of Artesia Bulldog Sports. At H&R Block, tax time is all the time. They offer year-round assistance for personal or business needs. From simple tax questions to bookkeeping, payroll services, and more. You can trust the team at H&R Block to be there when you need them most. Stop by 502 West Texas Suite A in Artesia or call 746-3456 to schedule an appointment. H&R Block, proud to support Bulldog Sports. Se habla español.
It's important to know local folks you can trust. People who'll be there for you when you need it most. Cisco Equipment in Artesia, serving southeast New Mexico since 1978 and new locations throughout Texas, is the leader in equipment rentals, sales, and service. Whether it's an excavator, backhoe, or wheel loader for the pipeline, or a reach fork or man lift for the construction site, Cisco Equipment has the dirt and aerial equipment to get the job done. Call the team at Cisco Equipment today, 748-1314, serving all of southeast New Mexico and throughout Texas.
Welcome back here to KSVP Radio, AM 990 and FM 93.7, and of course KSVPTV.com, where the Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs come to play. I failed to mention it the whole match, Robbie. We're also on Facebook. We're also out there on YouTube. Got a lot of ways to see Bulldog sports in action, and we do see Coach coming. So we were about to just talk about it and wrap it up, but we see Coach Lou is now coming up here. So before she gets here, though, I'll kind of let you wrap up what we saw, and then we'll let Coach Lou do the same from her perspective.
Artesia Lady Bulldogs coming in here to Carlsbad. Started off a little slow tonight as Carlsbad took a lead in that first set. I think it was 8-4. And then the Bulldogs serving game really took over as the serve receive for Carlsbad had a hard time handling the Bulldogs serve. They took the lead in that first set, never gave it up, wound up winning that one 25-17. Second set was all Bulldogs as they won that one 25-13. Carlsbad never could really get in system. The Bulldogs stayed in system that whole set. And then the third set, boy, what a set that was. It was exciting. They traded back and forth. It was 1 to 2 points all the way through that, to the extent at the end. Bulldogs wound up winning that one 28-26.
Yeah, it was really exciting. Like we talked about, those momentum changes happened, and the Carlsbad Cave Girls really battled. They wanted to get that third win and force us into a fourth game.
Thanks.
But unable to do it as the Artesia Lady Bulldogs battled as well, and they get the win. All right, so Coach Lewis here. I'm going to turn it over to Robbie and Coach.
She's doing math real quick, and I don't trust it. She did it walking over here the whole way, and I don't know, Coach Lou. I don't know if I'm going to trust the math here.
Did you see me walking up the stairs doing it too?
I saw you stop right there to do the interview.
Well, because I was so into this.
Okay, so while you're doing that, I'm just going to go ahead. Bulldogs win tonight 25-17, 25-13, 28-26. They go to 8-1 on the year. And then we're going to talk to Coach Llewellyn here in a minute about what's coming up for the Bulldogs this weekend. She's adding up the kills and the digs and the serves and the aces. And
got it.
All right. So what do we got tonight?
Oh, goodness. So, man, right out of the gate, our serves looked well, which is what, we've been kind of pinpointing the last couple of weeks, is just to be stronger servers, not miss so much. Kind of caught up with us in the third game, as you can see, with some first ball serves. So that's, going into this weekend, we're going to have to get a little better with that. So it's going to be a strong week. So those missed serves right out of the bat, we've got to do better. Now, the, second, third, we understand when we're not pushing, but when those first ball serves, especially coming off of a big rally point, we've got to be ready to get those serves in there. So,
well, we keep the stat online every time we're doing a game of the stinking timeout. When you get on a run, you call timeout, and it's like it works almost 90% of the time.
Right. You know what we call that?
What?
It's a coach's point.
See?
So
that's
if
good.
Either or, depending, you come out of that and then you get them riled or you get them iced or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a coach's point.
And
That
that's
goes
what we're
down
talking
over
about.
here. That's a coach's point.
That's
on
good.
the
Okay,
stats.
we'll start calling it that.
I know.
So we'll,
They're like,
we'll
hey,
do
that's
that.
a coach's point.
I forget what Joby's calling it, but it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
So we're going to call it. No, I'm just kidding.
He's like, wait.
All right, we got some stats for tonight.
Yes, man. Destiny Johnson had a really good game tonight. She came out. She did lead 13 kills tonight. But on top of that, 5 digs out of that left back position, or off of when she's swinging a ball and have to dig her own, or coverage. And so she really stepped up as a senior today and did what she needed to do. And 4 aces. So her serves, in the last 2. And then Kenna right behind her with 6 kills. Well, Kimber too on that left side, hitting that, left back of the court. Did a great job. 9 kills on her, 6 digs, and 1 ace as well. Then Kenna got, 6 kills, 7 digs, 4 aces. Her serves coming right out of the bat on those aces. She's got some strong serves. Poor Coda, I said, this is probably the first time I've statted the least amount of things for her, but it's just not a lot of, the other team was out of system quite a bit, which makes a big difference for our libero. She doesn't touch the ball as much.
And it shows in the stats of our other girls to an extent too.
Correct.
I mean, you mentioned Destiny had so many
kills, 13 kills, and those aces, and there's not much to stat when we're pushing the ball so aggressively in the beginning. So.
All right, well, thank you as always for the stats. Now tell me this weekend on the schedule I can't tell what it is. So what's coming up this weekend?
So we have we'll take off to Rio Rancho. So
it's a jamboree this weekend.
We will have the the jamboree. We'll play Friday morning. I do believe we are with Rio Rancho. Coming out of there, I don't think we're going to see anybody really of our classification in the first pool.
Right.
We might in the second pool, and then Saturday, it's always a great tournament for us. It's always, it's things that we can work on, things that we need to, fix, and then those classifications always push us to do better.
Okay.
So.
And then after that, we make a run about, I think there's 8 games in there before we hit district. So a good jamboree
we'll see
weekend.
Roswell Tuesday on the road, and then we're going back up to Rio Rancho and Cleveland next weekend.
And
so
playing both of them.
Yes.
So that'll be good.
Yes.
All right.
Good competition for us.
As always, congratulations on the win tonight,
Thank
going to
you.
8-1 on the season. And thank you for taking the time and letting Gene come chase you down to come up and do the coaches interview. So
Yes, he did, for sure. Thank you
All right.
for having me.
Yep,
Appreciate it.
Thanks. All right, Bulldog fans, that'll wrap it up for the Artesia Lady Bulldogs tonight. They win again, 25-17, 25-13, 28-26. As always, thank you for watching and listening tonight on KSVP TV, KSVP 990 AM, 93.7 FM, or on Facebook, KSVP, or YouTube. However you're watching or listening, we always appreciate you watching and listening. So on behalf of Gene Dow, our producer, Bradley, our camera extraordinaire person, as always, Joby Hodling, this is Robbie Ballou. We'll sign off tonight, and we'll see you Friday night, 7 o'clock, football in Lovington.
That concludes this broadcast of sports on KSVP, AM and FM, and KSVPTV.com. Sports on Pecos Valley Broadcasting are presented by PVT, Sandy Stockton, and State Farm of Artesia, Artesia Animal Clinic, Central Valley Electric, Devon Energy, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Hermosa Church of Christ, J.S. Warden Son, HF Sinclair, Smile Expressions, Forest Tire, Crouch Plumbing, Incredible Printing, Cisco Equipment, Bob Reed Pest Control, KFC of Artesia, Maze Lumber, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Big O Tires, Adobe Rose, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Tay Branch of Artesia, Rebel Daughters Barbecue, J&J Home Care, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Faith Baptist Church, Artesia Credit Union, Deans Incorporated, Frost Mortgage, H&R Block, Turpinning & Sons, Kane Electric Supply, Artesia Family Healthcare, Hawker & Sons, LaFonda Restaurant, Western Bank, Guy Chevy, Artesia Ford, Maupin & Brown, Artesia General Hospital, Business Notions, and First National Bank. Thanks for tuning into this special broadcast on KSVP AM and FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
Administered by Warren Tech Corporation or its affiliates, not affiliated with any manufacturer.